Hey guys, so today's video is a full face tutorial on this look right here, and we're going to be focusing on the Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions palette today. Now if you've clicked on the video just because you're interested in seeing the eyeshadows, you can skip ahead to this timestamp on the screen right now and just start straight off at the eye look. I like to include my base makeup because, you know, my OGs, my ride or dies, my #1 babes always want to see my base makeup in action, so I just like to include it so it's a full face. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. I'm not very talkative throughout it, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit hungry and a little bit tired when I first started filming, so I wasn't in like the greatest, chipper, you know, happiest mood in the entire world, but now I've done my makeup and I'm seriously psyched about it, so I'm all like happy and hyper, and I'm just, I need to film another video because I'm in such a good mood. So anyway, let's get into the makeup. So I'm going to be using some MAC goodies today, and the first thing is the MAC Fix Plus Pink Light Spray. As you guys can see, it just looks like a clear liquid at the moment, but you've got to give it a good shake. And then it mixes all the beautiful like illuminating pigments in it. It's so pretty. It's just like the normal Fix Plus, but has like a little sparkle in it, if that makes sense, or a little shimmer in it. And then for primer today, I'm going to try out the MAC Strobe Cream. This is in the colour Pink Light as well. How appropriate. So I've never tried MAC strobe creams before, but I've seen heaps of people say they're really pretty. So I'm going to use that for my primer today. Not really sure how much I'm supposed to use. I might just start off with a little bit. I really like using like illuminating primers and moisturizers and stuff under mattifying foundations. I just think like you end up getting the matte finish that you want with the foundation, but the luminous like elements underneath just make your skin just look, I don't know, just a little bit more healthy, a little bit more real, because obviously like no one has matte skin in real life. Like our skin all has a little bit of dew to it. So, and then next up I'm going to use my MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation in the shade NC20, which is a good match for my fake tan. My fake tan is actually coming off a little bit at the moment right now, so it might be a tiny bit too dark, but once I conceal and powder, we'll be able to like balance it all out. So as you guys can see, my face is like really white, but my hands and my neck are tanned because I got fake tan on, and I don't like to tan my face. And then I'm just going to be using my Sigma Round Kabuki, which is an F82 brush. As you guys know, I am a Sigma affiliate, so you can use my code HANNAH to get 10% off Sigma brushes all year round. Okay, so now I've got my foundation on We Shall Conceal, and I'm going to go in with my current favourite concealer. I can't get enough of this. It's the Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Concealer, and I'm using the shade Vanilla. And it is just, honestly, it is my most favourite concealer. They sent me the entire colour range, so I gave my sister one, and she is like, Hannah, that concealer is the greatest thing I've ever used. I'm like, I know, isn't it? So if you guys haven't tried it, it is a must from me. Like, I highly recommend. So I'm just going to do my under eyes, down my nose, forehead and chin as I usually would. And then I'm just going to take my Sigma 3D HD blender, which is my favourite beauty sponge, and just blend it all out. Okay, so now it's time to set our under eyes, and of course I'm using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Light. This is my #1 Holy Grail under eye setting powder. It's just the best. It's actually a foundation powder, but it just sets your under eyes really nicely, so that's why I keep using it. And I'm going to be using my F35 tapered highlight brush to do so. Now for the rest of my face, I'm taking the same type of powder, but I'm using the shade Medium. So as you guys can see, different colour, and I'm just using my F30 large powder brush to powder the rest of my face. Feel like when I set my face with these powders, it just makes my skin look so airbrushed. So not everyone loves setting their face obviously with powders, but this powder, it honestly just makes your skin look beautiful. And when I'm having like more of a no makeup day or a really minimal makeup day, this is the powders that I use all over my face as well. So for bronzer, I'm going to use my Dolce & Gabbana, I don't know if that's how you say it, but my Bougie bronzer in the shade Sunshine, I believe it's called, and I'm taking my F05 small contour brush. It's a really pretty bronzer. I can't use it when I've got no fake tan on because it's a little bit too orange when I'm really pasty, but when I've got tan on, it's beautiful. I personally don't like a really harsh contour either, which is why I typically use powders, and I just use like more of like a bronzer shade. I say contour, but it's just bronzing really what I do. I just use more of a like defined brush so that it's still like chisels out my cheekbones and stuff, but is also still really airbrushed. I find like extreme contouring on me just looks like not right. Like I don't have the right face for it. Just like a little bit of bronzer. Like that. And then for blush, I'm just going to be my normal basic self and use my New Romance by MAC. This is 9 times out of 10 what I wear when I'm wearing blush because it's just the most perfect like peachy, corally blush. I can't talk. But it has like a really nice sheen to it. And I'm using an F10 blush brush. And I'm just popping it on the apples of my cheek, but then also dragging it back into the bronzer a little bit. Now for highlighter, I'm going to use my MAC Double Gleam Highlight. This is my favourite highlighter from MAC. And I'm going to take my F03 highlighter brush to apply it. So I'm just going to quickly jump off camera and do my brows. I'm going to use a combination of my MAC Brow Pencil and also my Pony Cosmetics Main Stain Pomade. Okay, so I've got my brows on. Now it's time to prime our eyelids, and I'm using, of course, my Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Eden. And I'm just using my P86 brush to blend it out. Now I'm just going to set it with the same powder that I use to set under my eyes. I might start with the lightest shade. And I'm going to go in with my E25 brush from Sigma. And I think I'll start with this shade here. And I'm just going to blend it through the entirety of my crease because I will do a cut crease and then I'll pop that shimmer, I think, as well. So, oh, I'm so excited. And I'm placing this shade up relatively high as well. I feel like that is so pretty. Like for a more pastel shade, it's just, it's so beautiful. This sort of turquoisey colour reminds me of my favourite Instagram account, Miss Dior. Her name's Chelsea. She does like some really beautiful looks with turquoisey shades, and this like colour totally reminds me of her. So that's how that shade's looking. So now on the same brush, I'm going to take that darker green shade, this one here, and I'm just going to pop it in the same sort of area but a little bit lower down so it creates like a nice blend. And I'm just using the same brush. I'm not going to bother taking a clean brush. I'm going to start by just like pressing that dark colour on, and then I'll blend. This just helps to prevent fallout. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty, I can't even deal. Wow. And also guys, I saw like a meme the other day and like a bunch of people tweeting about how they don't understand how people can do their eye makeup like after they've done their base makeup. And like, look, I've got no fallout on my cheeks. It's all about just like building colour gradually rather than slapping it all on at once. Like obviously it might take a little bit longer, but you get a really seamless blend. You also like don't make a mess. I personally find it really hard to do my eye makeup before foundation, just because I find it hard to like actually do my foundation after I've already done my eyes, because I often will like get foundation in my eyeshadow and stuff. I don't know, I find it really difficult, so that's why I do it this way. Obviously you guys can do whatever way works for you though, like there's no rules. I'm just so here for this green shade, oh my gosh. So they, I think, are the only matte shades I'm going to use. There is one other matte shade in this palette, but it's more like a khaki type of green, and I don't really want to mix it with these two shades I've just used because I feel like it'll dull down the vibrancy of like that sort of turquoise emerald green sort of colour. So I'm not going to go in with another matte shade, I'm just going to leave it like this. So I literally use one brush for all that, one eyeshadow brush for the matte shades, the E25 by Sigma It is honestly my favourite blending brush. It is the best. So I think I'm going to cut my crease now. So I'm just going to do my usual process using my Tarte Shape Tape. I like using this one because it's a little bit more of a like super matte formula compared to like some of my other creamy concealers. And I use the shade Fair Neutral, which is one of the lightest colours, because it just gives you a really great base to put, you know, your foiled and your shimmers and stuff on. So I am going to be going between 3 concealer brushes, which I know seems excessive, but I just find like both eyes sort of need different angles, and I don't know, I just like having the options there. So I'm going to be taking an E62 cut crease brush, an F70 concealer brush, and an E15 definer brush. So that's the 3 brushes there. And they are the 3 different ones I rotate between when I'm doing my cut crease. Okay, so I've gone ahead and got that all laid down. So now I'm going to go back in with my E25 brush and also my E21 smudge brush, and I'm going to just deepen up my outer corner again, and I'm just going to run also some of the colour, that like dark green colour on the smudge brush along the line where I've cut the crease as well. Okay, so now I'm going to pop that shimmery shade on my lid. I'm going to use my E56 shader brush. Oh, my hand hurts from holding my brushes from blending so much, but that shade there. I think I might just spritz my brush a little bit. There we go, just needed a different brush. This look is 1,000,000% giving me Ms. Dior vibes, like all the way. I'm going to take this like goldy colour, which is in the bottom corner here, and I think I'm going to pop this all on my inner corner. I don't know if it'll clash, how to go, but we'll just pop it on there, we shall see. And I'm just going to use a E30 pencil brush to pop it there. I think I need to do some glitter across the cut crease too, since I didn't do any glitter last time. So this is just the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner in the shade Midnight Cowboy. What do you guys think? So now I need to put a wing on and I'll be good to go. Oh, my hand hurts though. Okay, so now I need to do my liner, and of course, the one and only, the Quick Flick. So I'm going to be using my 10mm Modest Quick Flick stamp, but I will be extending the actual flick. So I'll make it longer than what the actual stamp is, but this is just a really great product. It just helps to get my wings a little bit more symmetrical than what I can do freehand, so it's good. So I am just going to go ahead and use those 2 matte shades that I used on both eyes on my lower lash line using my E21 smudge brush. Okay, so I just went ahead and I used this Makeup Geek liner in, I have no idea what shade this is, in Mint, and I popped that along my waterline. I don't often wear liner along my waterline because I have quite sensitive eyes, so I always like freak out that it'll make them water and feel irritated, but so far it feels fine, so that's good. And I also used my So Cute lip gloss by KYLIE Cosmetics and also my Colourpop Skimpy lip liner for this colour combo. Got my Samantha lashes from Huda Beauty on, and I'm ready to rock and roll. Oh, and I've also got my MAC mascara on. I have no idea what this is called, but it's like the one with the 2 brushes. So this is a finished look and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think the eyes just look so beautiful. This palette, oh, it just gives me, like I kept saying throughout the video, it gives me Ms. Dior off Instagram vibes. So I'm definitely going to say this look is inspired by her because I feel like it's something she would do and it's the sort of colours she would wear. So I'm going to link her in the description box if you guys haven't checked out her Instagram before. She's so beautiful and her makeup is insane. So I hope you guys love the finished look. I'm so happy with how it turned out. I definitely think the Emerald Obsessions palette is going to be my favourite out of the latest collection. As soon as I saw it, it's the one that like caught my eye the most, so I'm happy I finally played with it and I'm so incredibly impressed with how this makeup look turned out. So if you guys loved it too, don't forget to give me a thumbs up because it really helps me out. I'd love to know in the comment section what you think and which one of the Obsessions palettes you would like to see in a video next. And of course, if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, you should definitely do that before you leave, and I'll be talking to you guys in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!